See, just when you thought it was going to be shit, it all comes together.
It worked out.
Look at that. Hi, welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy. Peoples, what's up?
What's up?
They don't look alike at all.
No, he looks way more killery than him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Andrew looks very nice.
If he had a beard.
I get killery all the time.
Well, it's like if you were white, you'd look like us then.
Hey,
That's
so
like
three
saying
of us.
that.
Look at the
It's
three
not-
of us.
it's
So,
not-
yeah.
It's just
Need a
like
hoodie.
It's not about the beard. It's about the eyes. It's all
It's
in the
the
eyes.
eyes.
Okay.
Look at his
Okay.
fucking eyes. He looks like a shark. He
really.
looks like a
I
killer.
actually got a wonderful
Yeah.
compliment in my eyes.
He has
once.
you have friendlier eyes.
Yes,
You're
very friendly.
You have
Twinkly
friendlier,
eyes.
Twinkly eyes.
Dark, dead,
Also-
bastardous.
Well, I also feel like your eyebrows have an angry shape to them.
Yeah, more angry.
I
Furrowed brow.
can't really move them very much.
Yeah. It's a lot of tension in the eyes.
Yeah.
Less tension in your eyes.
Because of the Botox. That's
Yes.
right.
Botox.
I've heard about
Botox.
that.
Yeah,
The
but it's starting to wear off my next treatment.
Before we get started, introduce yourself.
Andrew Steiner
Yes.
is my name.
Hell yeah.
Steiner. Tom Decillis.
Tom Decillis.
I'm Doug Brady, baby.
Doug motherfucking
Yeah.
Brady.
I realize I'm friends with you on Facebook. Never met you in person.
Oh,
I think so. Or
Really?
Instagram or something. Something like that.
Because it was like you were looking
It's
at
always like
yourself.
that.
You
I was like, oh, when did I get this profile page? It's ridiculous.
So I get a lot of them. So I was like, if I've never hugged you, I'm not
I got you.
confirming you, and you have to have more than 50 mutuals.
I usually
It's
try
probably
and
the
wait.
mutual thing.
Yeah,
I wait for people to request me.
really.
That's
Even,
my-
even if
that's
they
my
request me, because I'll I'm getting a lot of the Arabic requests, and I'm like, no, dude, no, I don't know what the fuck that is.
TSA in them.
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought you were
know.
talking about comics. I didn't think you were talking about
Most of it's weird. It's all types of weird, like comics in because I was friends with Adi Khalifa, and I guess people see him.
Mia Khalifa?
Adi Khalifa.
Oh.
Adi Khalifa was
Wiz Khalifa?
No, Wiz Khalifa's cousin. Adi Khalifa. He just did a Netflix special, but he's a comic, and he's been to the mic, and then like he'll share his podcast, and then people friend requests.
Damn, people who have Netflix specials have done the mic.
I have done this. Mic it's bubbles. It's bubbling, Andrew.
Crazy.
I will say about this mic.
He was on Comics of the World. My bad.
Oh,
Nice.
The-
He was
on the Netflix thing?
On the Netflix. He was the where was he from? Middle East. He was on one of those
Oh,
comics.
I'm not sure if I'm up to that
But-
yet. I think I'm on the Canada right now. Fresh into that.
Yeah.
I good. What were you gonna say? That's what's gonna happen
man.
a lot.
What was I going to say?
Today.
Oh, yeah,
Tell
yeah.
Somebody.
Shout out to what's his name? My dude Dave Marhej.
Dave Marhej.
Yeah, Marhej is on the Canadian Netflix of the world.
Dave
whatever.
Mahesh.
He's the
And
man.
most of the English ones I can watch, I watched 5 minutes to try to read through their first laugh,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I gotta go.
Most of them suck.
Yeah, Muslims.
I feel like we have this conversation every time I am on the show, but it's like comedy today just all sucks, I feel like.
They
Not
all
all
sucks.
of it.
Yeah, it's
They
all
all-
pretty
It
bad.
depends.
Even the best of the best,
Who's
like the
who's
top.
special that I just watched? Sebastian Maniscalco.
Well, obviously there are guys that are
Yeah.
like way up in that
I
upper stratosphere.
don't like
but-
the special that much
But there's
because I'm
only
used to his style.
there's only like 3 or 4 of those really, really big, great guys, and then everyone else is just kind of
Right.
mediocre. And it's like, I guess that's how it's always been, but now there's so many more comedians. There's
More
so
shit.
much more dog shit than ever.
I also think there's more decent, like comedians who we think are dog shit now would have been stars in the '80s. So I think we're super educated about what good comedy
Our tolerance is high.
and
It's lower.
we're jaded as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, we require better stimulation, I think. We know there's so much out there when it's so saturated. I think it's harder for us because people are always like, "Did you see blah blah blah's new special?" And I'm like, "Not really." And they're like, "Why didn't you watch it?" I'm like, "Because I watch comedy for hours a week at mics.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, by the time like when I am home, if I'm not working on my stuff, I want to like play video. Like I don't want to watch a special. Like literally comedy is just it's like my brain is so saturated with it from everyone else.
This is the other thing, is that like you talk about watching specials. It's like I don't want to see. To me, I feel like we've lost sight of the fact that comedy is alive. It's a live experience. It's not the special is really more of an advertisement than anything. Just go see the guy live.
I definitely don't laugh as hard if I'm watching it at home than if I'm at.
Yeah, because
no
you just
one will.
yeah, you're not going to. So it's like I don't know. And the whole the specials culture, I guess you could call it, is really just. I feel like it's just ruining comedy.
Well, maybe it gets people more awareness of it to like go out and
like
see
you said,
it.
I think it's a commercial.
Yeah.
It promotes it.
Yeah, I just wish they were giving people specials because they actually thought they were hilarious, rather than because they thought they would be a good demographic or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't monsters.
Most.
They're like the Comedy Central. They're just throwing people at the wall.
Who was saying? I don't know who was saying. Some 20-year vet was saying like they didn't give you a 30-minute special until you were like 15 years in because they wanted to showcase your best 30 minutes of your touring hour,
right?
Not you can barely do 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like the specials that we consider to be classics, like Bring the Pain or like Louis' early specials or any special from like the 90s or the 80s. It's like those comics, those HBO specials are a result of 10 years of doing the road. Yeah. Whereas now it's like they're taking a 5-year comic who's never really left the city. And they're like, yeah, you can do a special, right? You can be on Netflix. Yeah. And it's like, no.
And it's literally like what it was is the material you're ready to pretty much be done with.
Yeah.
When you did the special, like you do an hour special, that hour should be like done.
Yeah.
Like you should be like, after this, I don't even want to think about these jokes anymore.
Do you guys see the new Bill Hicks stuff they uploaded?
Is it bad?
It's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's really one night stand. It's like a half hour.
Yeah, I saw
thing.
that.
I watched like 15 minutes of it. I think it's great.
I didn't know that was new. I saw it. I was like, is this new?
It's not new, but I've never seen it
course.
released.
I was like, is he alive?
That might have been great. That might have been his first time.
He's uploading it from his grave. Just.
So is this new technology they got? They was like, yeah, we can tap into their subconscious.
You know,
we
I
kept
did
his brain on
because I'm from Long Island, so I did see Louis when he did like 4 or 5 shows out at Governor's. Yeah, I saw that one of the shows.
You were there?
I was there. Yeah,
sick.
He's so good.
Yeah,
I didn't care.
Like, I listened to that whole hour. He destroyed.
Yeah, well, I was pissed. Everyone was like, "Can't believe he made fun of this." I'm like, I can't believe someone recorded his set and leaked it. Those fucks. Like, imagine, a year of him being out. He's probably working on that shit forever. It's not going to affect him as much, but, like, you know what I mean?
On one hand, I see the point. On the other hand, it's like somebody sneaking into a meeting of white
literally,
people.
like
12. This is what you guys talk about.
Like 12 times. No. But, like, it's funny because at the show, they said, like, we don't, if you even so much as take your cell phone out, we will kick you out of here. So it was only an audio recording, so I guess he like had it recording in his pocket.
I know it's messed up, but it's funny.
Piece of shit. Imagine if you worked on material for like, you weren't allowed to do shows for a year. You were exiled. After a year of sitting, not being able to go outside, of just working on material, writing, and now you're like, all right, I'm finally going to get to work on this
but
material.
He hasn't. He's been in Paris, though. He was in Paris getting on, maybe.
Nothing. But he also was on Long Island.
He was. He had a girlfriend. He was going to shows and shit.
Oh, yeah, but, like, he wasn't doing stand-up.
He was doing stand-up. He was on stage.
In Paris?
Yeah, he's been working.
Hold on.
He just went...
We don't... No, this is all speculation.
No,
this is
we
know. Yes, he went to Paris. We don't know how long he was in Paris. We don't know if he did stand up in Paris.
Enough to meet a girl.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know.
He's got a lady.
This is what I'll say.
Leaking that was fucked up.
This is what I'm disappointed about. Is like because I just talked about how like there's all comedy is kind of crap now and mediocre, but it's like that hour. In my honest opinion, is like the best hour. And
it's better than a lot of the Netflix specials.
Yeah, it's not done whatsoever. He's like maybe a month into working on it, right? Yeah. And it's like that's the best that there is. So
there was only like a short period of time. Like you could tell, like he was doing real well, and then like it would fizzle out a little bit around like middle-ish to end-ish. Mm-hmm. He was like working on some stuff that. And he even knows. He's like, you guys are doing great. It's fine. Just keep powering through. Like, he was saying some fucked up shit, but that's what he does, and that's how he knows next time maybe that's not going to work, or I got to rework this. But then he finished it out real strong. I thought it was so funny.
I
good.
like shit where you can tell everyone's in the moment and it's not. There's flaws too. I enjoy that stuff. I like that aesthetic. So I like enjoyed when the mic was feeding back and he was like fucking with that shit.
I like when he picked up the other mic. He's like, "Is this one?" They're like the exact same volume. He's like, "This one's too quiet. How's this one?" It's like the same thing.
If there's no risks, if there's no chance of failure, that's not exciting to me.
But this comes back to the conversation of like the specials are really ultimately just an advertisement to go see them live.
Because they edit like those. They edit it out for the laughs. You know, they want the best parts. They
want the most marketable.
The most marketable.
But best is subjective.
You don't see all the crowd work they do. You don't see. You know.
I like that shit. I love that shit. That's why I like the Day the Laughter Died, where Dice Clay is just bombing for 2 hours.
So that was just Dice doing whatever the fuck he wants to do.
I like that though. I like craziness. I like Andy Kaufman shit where he's just like trying to lose the audience and like he's pretending to be sad and he's crying and shit. Like,
shaving on stage.
Did he do that?
I think so. Bill Burr's last special, he kind of bombed, which I thought was really interesting to watch. Like the crowd didn't like him at all. They were kind of turning on him, and he had to like handle them, which I thought was really interesting.
Maybe
it's like
I actually have to rewatch.
I feel like that was a part of it, though.
Yeah. I don't. It definitely wasn't planned.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he was flustered. It was his worst special in my opinion, but it was just interesting because
the
crowd wasn't. No.
The black and white one was. I love that one. Yeah. I watched it like 3 times.
Helicopter.
Yeah, that's the helicopter. His latest one, he's wearing like the shirt with the stars on it and the cowboy boots.
I want to see a Bill Burr special that's all him just shitting on crowds angrily.
Listen to his podcast. That's what he does.
I can't listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
No, I can't say it. It's too much ranting.
I listen to it. I phase out every once in a while because like I'm not really big into sports and he'll go into the sports. But then like every once in a while, like he just says some funny ass shit.
Joe Rogan's special. Joe Rogan's last.
He's one of the few guys who just has been like I didn't really like his stand up when I first started listening to his podcast, but now like he's just getting better and better.
It's less. You can tell when he does them when he's too high.
Yeah.
When he's just high enough. Like he smoked a little bit.
I love that shit. The Kardashian
I was crying. Yeah,
it was bit from the previous ones.
Yeah. I thought the Triggered was better than that.
The last one, really?
Yeah. But I mean, I never really liked Joe Rogan as a stand-up. I mean, not to say that he's bad. I think he's one of the best, but he's just not for me. But I mean, I love his podcast. But I didn't think his last one was that great. But I don't know. This conversation is
stupid.
Yeah,
get over it.
I fucking hate this.
Let's
talk about something else. Let's talk about something real.
Let's talk about plantains versus bananas.
Shut the fuck up. Hold on.
Plantains?
This is what I did when I came in here. I went to the bathroom and I found $1 by the bathroom.
Was it piss soaked?
It wasn't piss soaked. It was just rolled. Right, and I've never actually found $1 in that situation.
Yeah.
Then I picked it up and like little flakes of dust fell off.
Oh, cocaine!
Cocaine! Yeah. And I was like, I've never found $1 in that environment. I was like, it's good luck, but it's weird good luck.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's the point of using the dollar bill? What's like?
You don't have a straw.
It makes you feel closer to your forefathers. The political forefathers of the country.
Because George Washington.
Is it just the novelty of using the dollar?
I cannot tell
it's not
pure cocaine from a mixed cocaine, like
without a dollar bill.
That's what they say about George Washington. They say I cannot tell.
George Washington did a bunch of coke before he chopped down the cherry tree. That's why he chopped it down. He snorted a whole bunch of coke. He was like, "Fuck,
around.
I gotta chop something down."
He's eating cocoa beans.
If you're in a pinch, you just gotta
use $1.
And then his dad came home
and
and
it became
Dad.
the cool thing.
I guess I don't know.
It's
like I said, I've barely even
right?
seen cocaine. Like I think I've seen cocaine like twice in my life, so I've never done it. But
can we go down the line and talk about our cocaine experiences?
No, I had one with a guy with like
Were you stuck
an
in
adult.
Cocaine?
Whoa! It always goes from 0 to sucking dick.
he's saying what everybody else is saying.
What the fuck?
That's the name of the episode. Jimmy sucks cock.
Wow!
It's getting
Holy
aggressive.
shit! Holy shit! I've never thrown a drink
Whole
on a.
podcast? Is that what you just said?
I've never thrown a drink on 3 guys.
I don't know.
Like, wow, fuck you
That was a
guys.
jerking off motion.
Yeah,
Dude,
well, it got
back
super
at it.
gay.
I don't want to suggest.
That's what happens when Andrew
What did you
comes.
do? What did you do?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up,
What's the
Steve.
story?
Don't.
There was cocaine. All we know is there was
Cocaine.
and there was a man,
And a man.
there was you.
Yes.
No, just like I don't even want to say it now. You pieces of shit.
Don't say it. Show us on the doll.
Were you at the gym and he told you that the
You know I
coke was
can beat
baby
all
powder?
of you the fuck up, right?
You
I
put
can
the
just
coke in
end
your
this
balls.
podcast and go.
Speak on the Royal Rumble. We can't
One
Royal
time
Rumble
outside of the
podcast.
grizzly pear, we sparred for a second, and you almost broke my arm
No, I don't remember that.
just by touching me. Almost snapped my arm in half. I'm like, God damn. Never fight you.
I don't know. I haven't fought in a long time.
Okay, but what's the deal with the cocaine though? Actually,
What with
You
that?
were with the guy.
How
you
had
were
this
doing-
guy-
No, some guy did in front of us, and I was like, "Wow, I never actually
bad.
saw it up close before."
Did you do it often?
You
But
didn't do
it was
Or-
no, I didn't. Shut the fuck up.
now have you ever done cocaine off a man's cock?
I feel like you
this?
have.
No.
No, I don't
Just
even
wanted
know if
the
I've seen it. I
validation.
found something off a dead man's backpack that I stole.
You've never done coke before?
Oh wait, go back to the dead man's backpack.
Dead man's
Thank you.
back.
Was the
Did you
dead?
fuck
Was
the
he
dead
dead
man?
when you found the backpack?
I mean, I don't know.
Did you fuck him to
okay,
death?
well, this is last summer. I was in British Columbia at Stanley Park, and I was smoking weed in the woods off the trail, and I found this backpack covered in spider webs and clothing and all this shit. It looked like some because there's a big heroin problem out in
Mm.
out
Just
there.
died.
It looked like this guy made camp there and then died and left all his shit there.
Wait. If he died, he didn't leave his shit there. He would have been there.
Found coke
with
on a
his
dead
shit, right?
man's
I don't
body.
know, but why would
You don't die and then leave your shit.
Camping
Maybe
down
he
in
crawled
the
off
hills.
somewhere else in the woods and died.
Maybe he was just high and left his shit.
No,
Maybe.
Yeah.
There was drugs in there.
found coke on a dead man's body. Ukulele.
So you found? Oh, so you just found the backpack. You're speculating that it
That
was
it's
from
a
a
dead
dead
guy?
person.
I mean, yeah, there was his debit card in there.
So
Oh,
wait a
okay.
minute. So here's what really happened.
I
You walked
snorted coke
up on a
off
guy's
dead
campsite.
man's dick.
You walked up on this campsite where the guy probably went to take a piss or something, and you
No.
just stole all
It
this
was
stuff.
weathered.
That's what
It
happened.
was weathered.
Oh.
It was coated in must and
Oh,
leaves
alright.
and spider webs and shit.
Damn.
But I took the backpack and then I found his debit card
White
in
guy?
it when I was in
White
LA,
dead guy?
and I just left it in the Airbnb. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
So
Yeah.
did you do the cocaine?
No,
No.
I left that there.
You never did any cocaine.
Never.
Never.
Really?
I got too addicted to personality. and
Yeah,
fuck
you
with that
did.
shit.
All three.
Smart
I'm
of
the
you.
only one that's
You're the
done
only
coke
one
out of
that's
out of all three of you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane to me. I'm usually like, this is
I'm the
okay.
only one's done.
I found coke on a dead man's cock and I sucked it off just like Jimmy told me to.
How old were you? Why'd you do it? When you do it? Where'd you do it?
Okay, so this is the story. Are you ready?
The story.
Okay, so I was 18 and I moved here to New York for college. I was going to go to film school, and then I quickly realized that was a huge mistake because I was going to be $80,000 in debt. So I dropped out immediately and I started selling comedy club tickets in Times Square for Broadway Comedy Club. And I worked with this guy named Andre Dunn. Now, this was, I don't want to say his name. His name was Bob Barker. And this was 2014. This was before all the laws went into effect in Times Square where there's designated areas. So we were just running around yelling at people. And we would be there until 11 o'clock at night. And at the end of the night, Bob would be like, hey, you want to come down? Me and the boys are going down and we're going to hang out. So I'd be like, sure. And we'd all pile into this guy named Paul's car. He had a Volvo, an old Volvo. And we would go down to Chinatown. I don't know where this was. This was a long time ago. I don't know where it was. But we went to this place. It was kind of like an abandoned building kind of situation. And we would go in there and we would do some coke. And I would hate it. And then...
Why'd you hate it?
I only did it twice. It made me, well, first of all, the situation, I was 18 and I was around a bunch of middle-aged old guys that were have been through some shit, and they were all doing coke, and they were talking about chemtrails and shit like that, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here, But yeah, I only did it twice. I hated it. It was awful.
What did it
That's
feel
the
like?
story.
Was it? You think it was probably garbage cocaine? I'm
Yes, definitely. And it felt very anxiety-inducing.
Yeah.
Like, you know how, like, if you get into a panic attack and your heart starts
Yeah.
racing and you start, like,
Yeah, I
panicking?
don't like that.
That's
guessing.
exactly what it
Probably
was.
speed and that shit or some weird shit.
Maybe
Bleach.
formaldehyde, who knows?
Yeah, fucking
Fuck
cuticle
you up.
dust.
But it was fun. And I saw an old, naked Chinese fat lady, so that was cool.
See, that was probably a more interesting drug than the cocaine.
Yeah,
That
that
was,
was the best part.
If I was in that situation, I feel like I'd like pretend to do it and then just try and rile them up and make them more like be like, let's talk about chemtrails more. Because I like when I
was
meet
18.
people
I didn't
that
know
are
what
like
the fuck.
when I meet people that are like conspiracy theorists, I like to go like get them going, just like rile them up.
Troll.
I do. I did it at a concert the other day. This kid was like talking about how he put all his money in gold because he doesn't want the government to touch his money. So I told him that I had all my money in Bitcoin. And then,
He lost it.
yeah, my fiance's looking at me. She's like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Shh," and she walks away.
Another one.
Oh, man.
Let me say that.
That guy's done cocaine.
He said you belong right in the middle of them.
Don't ask
So I'm talking
No.
to this guy, and I was like, "Oh, I invest in Bitcoin," and he was like, "Oh, so you must operate in the dark web," and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, all the time." He's
I
like,
just started.
Yeah. He's like, which sites do you operate in? And I look at him dead in the eye. I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to tell you because I don't know if you like work for the government or anything. Literally looks me dead in the eyes. She's like, I like you, man. I like the way you think. And I was like, all right.
I bought drugs off the dark web.
Yeah.
Twice. I bought
Yeah.
some hash, and they sent it from India. I knew it was like from India because it had some Mother Teresa stamps on it. And I bought some DMT.
That's how you know that's a tell.
Mother Teresa's Indian?
Oh, see, that's where she
They love
worked
her out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
She died in India.
Oh yeah, that's her harder base or whatever.
Yeah. No one can hear you.
Yeah, speak up, fucking Steven.
And yeah, I bought some DMT, and it was great. It was amazing.
I've never done DMT. Well, this comic that I'm sure we all know sold it to me for way too expensive, and I tried doing it and it didn't work, so I don't think.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I guarantee you know who I'm talking about, and it was really expensive, and I'm really mad about it.
Damn.
But I wish.
That's what.
I wish I got to do it.
That's what Paul Reiser's mad about you. It was about DMT deals gone wrong. Come on, Jimmy, leave this
Yeah,
shit.
I haven't. I've never done DMT. I don't give a fuck about drugs.
You ever tripped on anything?
No.
What about naturally?
I take edibles on a Friday.
That's true.
I'll tell you this
Yeah.
though, someone that works for a coffee shop, I think it's way more scarier
What?
how addicted people are to caffeine.
To
That's the
coffee,
most,
coffee
yeah.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how pissed off people come in. Like, you fuck up the day or.
Like a coffee.
I'm
But some people would
afraid
just
of people.
shit people.
Yeah,
Let me get a
but-
fucking quadruple
People like-
espresso red eye
Yeah.
with a fucking side of cream in my mouth now.
People can't even think. Like, one person, they like, oh, I want, this drink. And they said the drink, it was like, whatever, latte. I'm like, hot latte. I'm like, what size? Hot latte. What size? Hot latte. And then
Okay.
after the third time, I just stood there in silence. And they like, I
Just give
saw
them the
them.
biggest
No,
one.
they were just sitting there. And they were just like, oh, medium. Man, I'm like, yeah, there you go.
There
Like,
you
come
go.
on, like, I was like, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
asking
gotta
you one
do
more. I'm
that.
not asking you again.
Just stare
I'm just
about.
like, no, I just stood there in silence. I'm going to wait for them to figure this out. And they're just like, people are dumb without their caffeine. They just like get so
Because early,
flustered.
some people don't turn on.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I don't even feel. I quit coffee. I still drink tea, like black tea in the morning. But I feel like
I'm all about the tea.
it's different. It's a different high.
Yeah, it's stronger.
Well, tea, I used to work for a tea company too. Tea actually releases the caffeine on more of like a longer, like extended
Yeah.
release. As far as coffee, that's more of a caffeine dump. That's why you get that harder crash off of the coffee than the tea.
I also like a shot of espresso.
I
What's
love
up?
tea.
What are
Don't
you
whisper
whispering
like-
about,
I
man?
love tea.
Sorry.
You,
I thought Jimmy
hey,
would agree with
you
me.
got something to say?
I was
You got
supposed to
something
be
to
like,
say?
yeah,
I
it
was-
is. But then I was like, yo, fuck you, Doug.
I thought you would agree with me.
He said tea was gay. Let's
You got-
get him.
Tea's gay?
Tea ain't
It's
gay.
pretty gay, though.
Tea ain't gay.
Why is it gay?
I drink my tea
Usually-
like this. Two
Iced
fingers
tea.
out.
Like, as soon as you guys, like,
I drink my tea like this. That's how I do.
Yeah,
This guy. You know, I'm fucking-
so you guys get fucked in the ass after you drink
I drink my tea with a
in the morning,
pinky
right?
up the pussy.
Son?
Pinky in the pussy.
fucking Tea's from Japan. Like samurai.
Yeah, samurai.
I'm not gonna lie, I drink tea.
Yeah, you do.
It's,
You've had tea.
It's pretty good, but I drink black coffee because I'm a man. And
I drink black coffee
sex
too.
with
Reminds
women.
you of black cock that you like.
I drink black coffee
Wow.
too.
Wow.
Well, we don't have to
It's
bring up.
just like
That,
Yeah, what's
that's
with
the second gay.
got a lot of ass
Yeah.
fucking going on.
I know.
Sucking dicks,
Yeah.
cocaine off of dicks.
You ever
Man,
suck-
what's going on right now?
I'm just trying to make this entertaining.
I feel like you wouldn't. I feel like you would just lick it.
Just like
I feel like you've licked a penis.
Yeah,
No, but I have gotten a hand job from a cyclops, a librarian
What?
cyclops,
What?
What?
a male
A
cyclops.
one-eyed librarian.
He, yeah, he tricked me over.
he tricked you.
When you say cyclops, you just had one eye. You didn't have like the center eye, right? Do you have the center eye?
What's it called when you acclimatize someone to an environment and then they don't notice when something else is about to happen?
No, that's your fault.
I don't know.
That's your fault.
Like when you put your hand in the
How did he do
fish
it?
tank and
How did
then
he do it?
eventually the fish don't notice it and then you grab the fish.
I don't
So
think there's
he-
a word for
and
that.
then-
So you like
Surprise.
so his hand was just there and he was just waiting for you to pull your dick out so he could grab it. Or is that
over years?
he's planting the seed? This
No,
was a
no, no.
librarian.
Okay.
Who unbuckled your pants?
He started
Listen.
massaging your
You
shoulders
him.
first.
Yeah, but so he would give me free massages for years. And
That
I
was your
knew
first
he had a
issue
crush
right
on
there.
me, but he
Wait,
was
wait.
so good at giving massages.
Wait. Librarian.
Library.
Yeah.
You're in the library.
You're in the library. He's giving you massages
no,
in the
no.
library.
He
just
You
happens
take the
to
guy
be
I
home.
knew this guy. Okay, he was my friend. Like we were friends.
I'm not drinking tea anymore.
See what I'm saying? It's fucking-
I drink tea all the time. I've never had a guy give me a hand job.
A Cyclops.
So,
A Cyclops library. I love librarians.
No,
This guy
I didn't drink any
injects
tea that
Botox
day.
into his face like a
Fucking
woman.
Botox.
Yeah.
I didn't drink any.
Botox for medical reasons. It's all good though.
So this guy's fucking you in the ass. How's that?
That's what you want.
That's gonna be a whole room listening to this.
Yeah, you did it.
So the guy takes his cock and you're sucking on it.
No, he had a very weird cock. I saw his cock.
Wait. Wait a minute. You're skipping huge parts of the story. Okay,
All
so
right.
he's a librarian.
Yeah.
You know him?
He had a two-hole penis.
He believes in demons. He exercises demons.
Man.
He would drive around Newark Airport and exercise spider
So
demons.
what was the lead up to the hand job?
Yeah, where did this hand
Okay,
job
Okay,
come
so,
out of?
so
He
listen.
was good at massaging your shoulders.
I have
You're like,
knee
you know what
issues,
else you'd
so I
be
was
good
working
at?
as a-
Oh, he was massaging your knee.
Yeah.
So he did
We
he do
do-
the thigh slide?
No, he
You
was
didn't do
okay. He never
doing-
tried anything. He never tried anything. I knew he had a crush on me, but the massages were so good. Like I would have chronic knee pain, and he would fix it.
I don't get this though. I don't get this.
Wait, let him finish the story.
But the guy's a librarian. You met him at the library?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's giving you massages at the library.
No. He would be like, "Hey, come to my place. We would fucking hang out or whatever." He was like a shaman. He had all these wooden like nutcracker dolls, but they had penises on it. He repainted them.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
So,
snakes. A lot of
You
snakes.
go to this guy's house and he massages your knee. He massages your knee. For how many times does this massage take place?
Several dozen.
Okay, so now you get to the point where you're about to get the hand
I
job.
didn't know this was gonna happen.
You go to the place to get the guy's like, hey, you come on to my place, I'll massage your knee again.
No,
you
no,
go
no,
over there.
We go to a sauna. This is a special occasion.
Oh man.
We go to this.
this is like
We go to this Norwegian woman's
Oh.
sauna. Me and this other guy I know.
A Norwegian sauna. That sounds
This Norwegian
gay.
woman's basement.
So everybody said, "Hey, you want to go to this Norwegian
And
sauna?"
he's giving. Okay, so we're doing the saunas. You know, we're pushing the limit, baby. We're staying in there 12 minutes. We're dehydrated. We're sweating. We're getting up to the next energy level.
Oh,
And then he's like,
shit.
"Okay, you want a massage?" I'm like, "Sure." Let me get you a
"No,
massage."
don't fucking
And
touch
then,
me."
and I'm like naked, and then
Oh,
I'm
shit.
relaxed, and then he grabs my dick and
Ah.
starts jerking it. I'm like, oh my god, okay, I could either stop him right now, but
No,
I'm like,
you're not
whatever.
gonna stop him.
He's
Whatever.
He's been a good
You
friend.
What?
And then he jerks me up into a scallop shell
What?
Wait,
What?
whoa.
for ceremonial reasons. For
ceremony.
ceremonial reasons.
So he brought the scallop shell
he knew I
in his
guess
ass?
he was gonna try it. No, I don't know where the scallop
So
shell
I
came
got a
from.
scallop. Scallop.
And then
Is scallop.
whatever.
What the fuck is the difference between a scallop shell and every other?
So now let me ask
It's
you
got a
this.
different shape. It's prettier.
Jimmy, I don't think I'm doing this podcast.
I'm doing this
When you see
anymore.
mermaids,
Fuck.
a shell bra.
This is
that's a
episode
scallop
260.
shell.
This is the last one.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, say it again.
Can I
I'm sorry.
finish?
I
Can I
cut you off.
finish one
No,
more?
no, no.
Yeah.
Say that last part again. I was like,
He jerked me off into a scalp shell,
Oh,
and then
Jesus Christ.
whatever. We go back in the sauna one more time,
God
and
damn.
then we leave. And as we're leaving, he's like, "Oh shit, I forgot the scalp shell." And
That's
should
actually
we-
pretty funny.
And he's
though.
like, "Should we turn around?" And I'm like, "Nah."
So let me ask you this.
So someo's going
He's
in
trying to
there.
fuck. He's trying to-
No, he wanted it for ceremony. He did legitimately want it for
You're-
ceremony.
He needs your
Oh, fuck.
your semen for ceremonial purposes.
Yeah, man.
Are you are you bisexual?
You are now.
I'm like 3% bisexual.
Yeah.
Like I'm so lonely sometimes. I try to get involved with a dude, and then it never goes to anywhere because I'm like disgusted.
But so this guy's jerking you off, and you're okay with it though. You're like,
I mean, I was okay. I wouldn't have said yes if he asked me, "You want me to jerk you off?" But he was
Because you
already
just
mid
started.
jerking
Got
off,
you.
and
He
I
already
was
got
like,
you. He already
yeah.
got
but I don't understand because
Gotcha, by the
he's
way.
massaging your knee, and then he's slowly like working his way up. Because you couldn't be hard
I mean,
already.
you gotta
Were you
understand, I
hard?
was under the influence of my own sweat leaving my body.
But were you hard by the time he
That's what he
got?
did. He basically brought you in there
I
to
go to
drain
jail all
you.
the time. Don't fucking touch my knees.
He couldn't drain the
Exactly.
fucking voodoo.
By the time he grabs
Anytime I
your
talk
cock,
to a guy, it's like I do ceremonies and voodoo. I'm like, shh, you ain't jerking me off.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and I know what your game is.
I go to a gym and there's a guy who always wants to give me a massage. He's like, "Hey, you should let me give you a massage." I'm like, never gonna happen.
But
No.
But to
No.
his credit, man massages are generally way better than female massages.
Fuck that.
by the time he grabs your cock,
Yeah.
are you hard?
I will attest. Like,
Are you soft?
I did like a couples massage once, and I don't know, just something about some dude touching my. So I was like, just switch. I don't
No,
care.
yeah,
Dude can
no.
give me the massage.
No.
He
But
gave
it's
me a
stronger
massage.
than
But he
getting
didn't try and like.
getting
No.
He didn't try and jerk
No,
me.
I'll tell her, put your fucking heels
I
on my
have-
back. But this is where
I
the
had a
line
blind
ends.
man give me a massage in Thailand.
Man,
of
course you did.
And
I
it
just-
fucking,
did
it
he-
hurt, but it was great.
Are you hard by the time he grabs your cock?
Not by
Are
the
you-
time he
You're
grabs it.
asking a lot of details about
he,
this,
like-
though. I will tell
He's
you that.
rubbing. He's rubbing your
Listen,
soft
I'll get
cock,
hard.
and
I'll
you
get hard for
hard.
anything. I'll get hard for
Yeah,
a speaker stand. I'll get hard for a water
You have
fountain.
to defend yourself.
I-
This is
anything
I don't
gets
mean to
me
attack
hard.
you.
I'm concerned of how much detail he wants out of this.
I love it.
Because he wants to try it.
Spank bang for later.
Do you
You're-
have his number?
You're in a white guy who wants to get
you're
in
a
on it.
bisexual,
I know
man.
what I'm dealing with.
I struggle with that
Stop
because
stuttering.
I think I don't like men. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
love cock and balls.
Fucking Christ.
But I don't
I'm
like
glad
men.
you didn't- I'm just glad you didn't end that
found
like
your new
after the I
closer.
don't love men, and I'm just glad
Same
that
as-
I'm
same as-
actually
same as
glad you
every
said cock
fucking
and
woman.
balls and not like
Every
children.
fucking woman feels your pain.
You're so right.
Yeah, it's
Like, we don't want men, but you got the thing that we need.
See, I'm the
So-
opposite. I love dudes, but I hate the balls and the
Really?
dick, and I
love
hate
it. Oh,
how men act when they're horny.
love the
Awful.
smell of cock and balls. I like a transgendered women.
I didn't mean to
you
do
know?
this today. I didn't, you know.
My name's Doug Brady.
Fluke, I'm
So
sorry.
what happens when you have no plan whatsoever?
I like having no plan. Sometimes you go into a weird
then,
cave and like, how the
if
fuck
you like,
did we
so
get
if you
here?
like transgendered women, like you were to take home a girl and like, oh, this girl's beautiful, blah blah blah. She pulled down her pants, big old cock falls out. That's
would
like a
be-
pleasant surprise. For
I would
you.
be way
You're
more
like,
excited than if there was a
jackpot.
vagina. Yeah, if there was a vagina.
Oh, okay.
If there was a cock and balls and I was surprised by it, I'd be like, "This is the greatest day of my life." I wouldn't be like, "Oh my
Take
God."
notes.
That's like
Take
at the
notes,
grocery-
people out
You're
there.
easily tricked. Like,
Because that's usually
That's
the
right.
opposite of
Yeah.
that for men.
Yeah.
They're usually they're like, oh man, I'm really self conscious about this. He's gonna find out
Yeah.
right here and now that I'm transgendered, and then they pull it down, and you're just like your face lights up. They're gonna be like, what? This was very unexpected.
There would
That's
be
actually
no
a pretty
words.
good thing.
I'll
That
be
thing
on a
would be
date
in my
when it
now.
mouth
comes to
so
28,
fast.
when it comes to 2018, you're like, that's
I'd be
very
choking on that thing before words even left to anybody's mouth.
Wow.
And you were judging me.
Zims and
I wasn't
Zers. Take
judging.
notes.
I was asking
I don't know,
questions.
babies
Okay,
and
without
He was
putting
judging.
any
He was
personal
judging.
information
He
on
was
my
judging.
mind
He was judging.
whatsoever.
we got to wrap this up. Thank you, Andrew, for being
Yo,
my
Weird Ball Podcast. Check it out.
Yes.
Instagram,
Yeah, Andrew B. Steiner without the A.
Twitter,
Yeah, same thing. Whatever.
website,
Weirdball.com.
weirdball.com. Thank you, Andrew. Give it Shoot your shit.
Tom Decillis is my name. TomDecillisComedy.com.
Damn, what over.
T Decillis Comedy on Twitter because they don't let me do a longer thing, and Tom Decillis Comedy on Instagram. That's all the
Doug.
ads.
My name's Doug Brady. You can find me right here at Otto's Shrunken Head every weekday at 3 o'clock.
Damn right. That's the greatest show on
And
earth.
hire me. I'll do private parties. I'll suck your cock. Give me some money.
Yeah,
love
big shout out to Matt. I was gonna say Steiner, Matt Summerstein for
Yes.
doing what he does with the podcast. I forget to shout you out at the end of these.
Oh, yes.
I'm not gonna give you a nickname. I'll just say your name, and whoever wants to stalk you.
Matty Sums.
Matty Sums, MP, whatever.
MP
Big shout out to him.
Lost Dog Comedy.
We're here every day, Monday to Friday. It's another episode of People's Mic. I'm Jim Peoples. Otto Shrunken Head, Monday to Friday, followed by the open mic. That's fine. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com.
Suckcocks.com.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the
Radio.
See, I was so happy to see you.
The
And then J Peoples TV, subscribe to that on YouTube. Check us out tomorrow, 2:15. Thank you.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Chewbacca.
I just watched the Solo movie. That was pretty good. All right, thank you. Give it up for them real quick. Clap your hands. Blue. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother.